Okay.
Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's going to be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1, hanging out with Jerii Aquino.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerii. That's Jerii. And Kyle Ploof.
Hey.
At Kyle Ploof. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. The studio is 98.4% complete.
Yes.
And we will be on camera the next episode.
Yeah, baby.
I promise. For reals this time.
OKBudPod@gmail.com. Send us pictures of your animals, your cats, your dogs, your turtles, your alligators, whatever it is, and also your stories. Share with us your life, and we will share with you a bit of ours. The first thing we want to share today is a big thank you to our fantastic listeners. I want to thank Miguel Rodriguez for sending me 5 fantastic cigars.
Aww.
And I want to thank Lara Barton from Knit Happens for sending me the cutest, I guess is it a sweater?
It's a cardigan.
It's a cardigan,
Yeah.
and she knit it. It's amazing. It's got Puffin's face on it.
Aww.
I just want to say thank you so much, Laura. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful pullover for Ben, and he's lost a little weight so he can actually fit in it.
Oh, my
And I'm proud of
God.
him, and I'm still alive, and I'm hanging out with my grandparents, and all I do is sleep and eat.
Oh, my
Love
God.
you, bye. And it's got Jerry's face on it, so thank you so
Aw.
much.
Jerry's voice sounds like he's like smoked a pack of cigarettes a day for the last 20 years. Though.
Well, Jerry's Hispanic, and I can't do the impression.
And also, I would like to thank Katie Hurst for sending in the candles. The candles smell amazing.
Yes.
There's so many. She's super sweet. She said, I learned how to make candles since my candle budget was out of control. And now my candle making has gotten out of control. And now I love sending boxes to my friends in different states.
Aw.
So she heard about us talking about candles on the
Yes.
show, and she added us to the list. And they smell amazing.
They smell amazing. I've smelt every gosh darn one of them.
Ooh.
And I feel high because of it.
You're definitely going to use them in the podcast.
Yes, we
Studio.
will. Oh, it's got ambiance.
Yes.
Ambiance.
Yes.
All right. Well, speaking of high, we have a couple of updates to get to first. Not the greatest stories that we've covered, but a bit of a positive turn of events for the teen who was 14 years old, and he started hallucinating. He said he saw a snowman and Kermit the Frog.
Right.
And then he fell over a 120-foot what do you call it?
Cliff.
Cliff, right?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out he is now off the ventilator. It's a giant milestone, and he's doing well.
Oh my
No
God.
kidding.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Zane Wack, he still is in a medically induced coma, right? Which isn't great, but he's breathing, and so
His
that's
own.
huge.
That's amazing.
So that's fantastic. According to Zane's father, they say this opens the doors to many new steps further, hopefully not more steps off a cliff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like I said, it's amazing that this couldn't have happened at a better time than 14 years old.
Oh, yeah,
Just
you spry.
Everything is just constantly regenerating. Like he's freaking Wolverine right now.
Yeah, he's good. He's going to be just
I
fine.
hope he's gonna be like 100%.
Get a cool scar. Tell him, well, actually, just tell him you saw Kermit the Frog and a snowman, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's all good. Also, an update on the hoarder house that we discussed last week. They said they found 85 dogs. In reality, it was 115.
No.
Wow.
However, they are now in a shelter, and they are looking to get adopted. And apparently, many of them, people are sniffing around wanting to adopt. So hopefully that is a positive ending as well.
Aw.
Okay, well, let's just do a cute story to start. And this involves Winnie the Pooh. Kyle,
Yeah?
Winnie the Pooh. That's your cue to do Winnie the Pooh sounds.
It's no good for climbing.
Thank you. Very good. Bears, they have escaped a wildlife park in Europe, and it is hilarious. The names of the bears are Mish and Lucy. And what were they found doing? Eating a bunch of honey. They escaped and ate a bunch of honey.
Wow.
That's cute, right?
Yeah, that is pretty
It's cute.
I think it's cute.
Yep, it's straight out of Winnie the Pooh. The two young bears escaped from their enclosure in a zoo in England. Eventually, they were found chowing down on a bunch of honey. They're 2 5-year-olds. They snuck out because they're fun and they were on a date, and they went to an area that has a selection of snacks, and they ate a week's worth of honey in one sitting.
Oh my God, really?
Isn't that funny? So they're all cute.
But it's also pretty gross.
A week's worth of honey?
Just like bears and like in the wild with bugs and dirt everywhere and then honey everywhere. It's all sticky, and it's not like they're doing it with utensils and being careful about it.
Do bears get sticky?
Yeah, of course.
Do they shit in the woods?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess you never really think about an animal being sticky.
I literally just saw the whole thing in my brain and I was like, it's cute, but it sounds really, really messy.
Yeah, I think you're coming from the human perspective. Maybe a bear likes to be a little sticky, then they can lick it off all day long.
That's very true. And don't we all?
Mm-hmm. Like Bonnie Blue licks off semen.
Oh my God.
I don't know why I referenced
That
her,
went
but I did.
way back. Wow.
Yeah. Well, she's the one who bangs thousands of men and everything.
Yeah, I do remember.
She's in my Instagram feed all the time. I don't know.
Oh,
I think
how
it's
is she doing?
great. Fucking. She's fucking.
Oh,
and
still.
she has a new goal to fuck even more guys.
I thought the last one landed her in the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she is exhausted, bro. She is exhausted.
Okay.
She's off the ventilator, too.
She is.
That is commitment.
Yep, all the doctors zipping up their zippers on the way out the front door. So, the enclosure has now gotten them back. I would say give them more frickin' honey so they don't got to escape.
Yes.
There's a bunch of footage of Lucy caught red-handed, looking very pleased with herself after eating a bunch of food, and then in the most adorable way, after eating all that honey, the bears passed out.
He got the itis.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well-deserved nap.
Yep. So they passed out and they were caught because of it. Ooh. Isn't that crazy?
It is.
It's cute. So those are 3. Well, the dogs being abandoned isn't cute, but the kids surviving, that's cute. The bears eating honey is cute.
Yeah, the kids surviving is cute. It's adorable.
It's adorable. I mean, it's better than the other way around.
I know. It's a fun choice of words.
Let's move on to a story that is fucking so creepy. It involves a young boy. This boy should have walked off a cliff because he's fucking psycho. Uh-oh. His name is Wes Rowley, okay? Wes Rowley. He is an alleged sniper. What did he do? He started a fire, right? And then he knew that if he started a fire, who comes? Firemen. Firefighters. And so he starts this fire. Firefighters show up. He's sitting there like the movie No Country for Old Men, although that would also work. I'm thinking Hell or High Water. He's sitting above and he snipes 2 firefighters, killing them dead as they attempted to put out the fire that he started.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
What?
Yes, he's 20 years old. It was an ambush style. Rowley also ended up, I believe, committing suicide. His body was found near his weapon at the scene of which the fire was started. This happened Sunday afternoon of this past week. He started the fire again to lure firefighters in to fight it. He ended up killing 2 first responders and critically wounding a 3rd. It's unclear whether Rowley was eventually killed by a cop's bullet or if he took his own life.
Wow.
Who's mad at the fire department?
I have no fucking clue. I thought they were safe.
Yeah, seriously.
No one's ever been like, defund the FDNY.
Right.
Not one person.
Seriously.
It's also extremely difficult to become a firefighter, so many firefighters look down on everybody else because they're like, yeah, okay, plebe officer.
Yeah.
I'm a firefighter.
Right.
You couldn't go up 3 stories with a fucking pack on your back, so now you have to work the beat.
Yeah, but then there's also volunteers that are like, oh, you get paid? I do this shit for fun.
Like Steve Buschemi.
Yeah. He was going in on 9/11.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
The NY truck, yeah.
Yeah, that's not exactly for fun.
No, that's not for fun. You imagine getting saved by Steve Buschemi?
I'd be like, put me back.
What?
Wow.
I would love it.
If you didn't know who he was, you'd be like, oh my God.
So mean. Oh my God.
I swear to God,
you think he's the most handsome man in Hollywood?
I was saved by this.
No, but I wasn't thinking about that look at all. I was thinking about just being saved by someone as epic as Steve Buschemi. Like,
But you do want to be
holy
saved by a
shit.
hunk, though.
Yeah.
Mr. fucking Pink?
He's not on the calendar.
Either way, I would still be like, pull me me up. Let's talk about this in like a minute. I have to finish coughing up all this smoke.
If he was
Yeah.
not famous and the rubble just moves and his face is right there and yours is like, oh God.
Crazy fucked up, Kyle.
I-
My mind does
truth.
not.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
My mind just doesn't go in that direction first.
to Kyle's point, there's a reason they didn't cast him in Baywatch. you don't want to be rescued. You know, people have a fantasy of being rescued by David Hasselhoff.
Especially in
I
the water
don't.
with Steve Buscemi. Oh God.
Not once.
Yeah.
Okay, again, if I have to be
all
saved in
slippery.
general, anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it,
Anyone
and
is
thank you.
allowed to save me, please. I will not judge the look of your character
Right.
by your face.
But it would be nice if you were a hunk.
I'm not going to go out on a date with you just because you saved my life.
It wouldn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Also, Steve Buscemi, that line from Big Daddy, you owe me a sausage McMuffin. And then he crashes on his rollerblades, which is very, very funny. It does seem like I was in 9/11 and I was saved by this animated cartoon rat. I get that aspect of it when it comes to Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
But again, he is a hero and we must honor him.
Absolutely.
He's a legend.
I've actually met him too. He's a very nice guy.
Yes, and he didn't fucking bow to Hollywood pressures to fix the fucked up teeth he got.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
said
that's
fix
awesome.
everything. He said no.
Hell no.
And then he gets killed in every movie he's ever in.
Exactly. Be unique.
he
Get,
really does.
get murdered by the leading actor.
Yeah.
Love that.
Then you're gone. It's like being the backup quarterback. Always be the backup.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Not getting CTE, you're getting paid.
You get paid, you chill, you just hang, you chew gum.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of that.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, this whole being the star thing. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, I'm not with it. Okay, fine. One date. If you save my life, one date.
One date. And if it goes well, you never know. You might be
Marrying
resuscitating.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh, please, God. Oh, my God, for the sake of the shows. Please marry Steve Buscemi.
People are saying it's Buscemi.
Oh, is it
The chat's getting a little catty with us.
Buscemi?
No, it's Buscemi.
Buscemi.
It's definitely Buscemi.
It's Buschemi. It's not Buscemi. That sounds like you couldn't get hard during a porn shoot. Buscemi. You want to be rock hard, pal. Back to the mountaintop where the two firefighters were killed by this total piece of trash.
Oh man, that's sad.
The chaos began at 2 p.m. on Canfield Mountain. The smoke started pouring from the woods. First responders rushed to the scene because that's what they do. As soon as they got to the scene, they were met with a hail of gunfire. Firefighters quickly realized they'd been lured into a psychotic trap, desperately called for backup, according to terrifying 911 calls. A firefighter said in a frantic call, "I'm pinned down. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in." Holy shit.
Yep.
He says, "We need law enforcement up here immediately. We have another Coeur d'Alene," because that's the name of the town.
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
We have another Coeur d'Alene firefighter down. We've got
Wow.
2 unresponsive battalion chiefs down, multiple gunshot wounds. 2 Coeur d'Alene are down. What a horrible fucking day.
Why? What was the purpose?
What was the purpose?
His dad was Mr. February in the calendar, and he just saw it every day, and
Yeah.
he couldn't live up to it.
Was he really? Oh, you're talking about firefighter calendars.
Yeah, just joking.
Hunk.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just joking around. He's making jokes like this is
that
some
was a
kind of
joke.
comedy show. Try to make them a little better, maybe.
Yeah.
Improve them, maybe. Think about them and then think about work it over your head, work it in your head and see if you laugh yourself and then maybe see if you want to
They went.
send it out to the world or just shoot it out there and see what happens like this fucking kid did.
Free fire.
You killed Jerii and I.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
That's great. So the fire was left to burn. Reinforcements battled to root out the unseen gunman before the gunfire eventually stopped and Rowley's body was tracked down.
Wow.
Oh my God. Apparently, Rowley previously lived in Arizona, but all of this took place in Idaho, where his grandfather owns a tree service business. Maybe he was pissed at trees, wanted to burn the trees down. Who saves trees? Firefighters. Kill the firefighters, kill the trees.
Whoa.
I don't think so.
I have no idea what he was thinking.
Because wouldn't it have been in a forest?
Well, it was. He lit trees on fire.
Oh, it was trees that he lit on
It
fire.
was, yes. It was brush and trees. So apparently he had a tumultuous childhood. I don't give a fuck. Okay.
A tumultuous childhood.
Welcome to. It's called childhood.
Get in line.
Yeah.
So his parents went through a divorce, Yeah,
Sad.
Yeah.
you and 70% of American
Sad
kids.
face.
It culminated with his father allegedly making threats that were similar to Rowley, and they were similar threats to the ones that he carried out on Sunday. So he comes from a long line of batshit people.
Oh, shit.
Yes. According to court papers, Rowley's mother wrote in a filing of her son's dad, he threatened to sit outside my house with a sniper rifle or burn my house down. So Rowley didn't take his mother's side. He was like, maybe dad was onto something. And then he did that. Rowley's father pushed her to the ground and punched several holes in the wall.
Wow.
The mother was granted a protective order barring the father from seeing his son, then 10 years old. But the dad said, I'm not a danger to my son or anyone else. The accusations are a lie. In a strange twist, Rowley, the boy, 20-year-old, so whatever the fuck, the in-between.
The boy.
Whatever, right? He's still getting a life sentence, but he's still rewarded, right? Because the brain ain't done yet.
Uh-huh.
What a dog would say. Rewarded.
I see.
So Rowley had aspirations of being a firefighter himself. So I'm guessing combination of dad being a total psychopath, combination of his grandfather in the tree business, combination of failing to become a firefighter, it all came together in this one fucking heinous attack on
Yeah, this is one
America's
family
finest.
Yeah, none of them should be near each other.
No, they really shouldn't. According to his grandfather, Dale, which is a great grandfather name.
Okay.
Let's go, Dale. What up?
Grandpa Dale.
He says he wanted to be a fireman. He was doing tree work, and he wanted to be a fireman in the forest. Sounds like he's an animated fucking raccoon
So
or
he
something.
just like failed the firefighter test or something?
Well, according to Dale, the grandpops, he says, as far as I know, he was actually pursuing it, but, grandfathers don't know really anything.
Yeah, it's very true. You could tell him anything.
They also say he wasn't a loner. He had a bunch of friends and shit. The grandfather said, we had no reason to suspect that he would be involved in something like this. Apparently, the two firefighters killed have not been identified yet. Well, a third firefighter is currently left fighting for his life. He was struck by the bullet and is in stable condition. Fucking crazy. It's weird because apparently there's like twisted remains. The internet sleuths have identified a chilling possible connection to a decades-old incident involving the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department and neo-Nazis.
Oh.
So I get this is all in Idaho, and Idaho is full of fucking neo-Nazis.
Yeah, Coeur d'Alene, it's just in from Spokane, Washington. There's a whole bunch of white supremacists out there.
So maybe that had something to do with it too?
So maybe he's the good guy?
That's insane. He's like, fuck the Nazis.
No, he's not the good. The firefighters aren't Nazis.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
No, the firefighters were fighting the Nazis.
Oh.
No, firefighters, neo-Nazis don't fight fires. They start fires.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Sunday's incident happened 24 years to the day
Wow.
after a 2001 burning of an Aryan Nations camp compound in Hayden Lake, which is just 7 miles north of Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, so this kid was a fucking Nazi.
He very well may have been.
Oh, shit.
The cabin and its compound had been sold to the department after the Aryan Nation's national leader, Richard Butler, he filed for bankruptcy.
Aw.
How can you be a neo-Nazi filing for... Yeah, we are the superior race, but I could not keep my finances in line.
It's a tough economy out there.
They filed for bankruptcy over a settlement involving the shooting of a Native American woman and her son. So these neo-Nazis killed a Native American woman and her son, and they got a civil suit, and they're like, we can't pay this, so we have to go into neo-Nazi bankruptcy.
Fucking scumbags.
The site...
Unbelievable.
Right? The site was then torched by the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department during a training exercise. So they were like, hey, sweet, let's torch it, train to put out the fire because these motherfuckers don't need this anymore. They gave it up to us because they killed a Native American and her Native American son, and they couldn't afford the civil suit. Oof. What a bunch of fucking assholes.
Maybe none of this was necessary.
None of it was necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the burning of the compound because they gave it to the state. One person on the internet says, I do not think it's a coincidence. They say it's not a coincidence that firefighters in Coeur d'Alene burned down the Aryan Nation founder's compound in a training exercise after he lost the property in a bankruptcy.
Wow.
The tragic current events are unfolding nearby. So far, there's been no connection between Rowley and the white supremacist movement, but it is fucking weird.
It is really strange. And you
Yeah.
can totally see, small town things going on. They can have like a very like civil rivalry happening.
Yep.
Firefighters could have like lit that place on fire on purpose.
Well, they definitely did that on purpose
Yeah.
because that was because it was theirs.
Right.
So they were like, okay, let's try to figure this out. Let's figure out how to stop a fire. Oh my God. So anyway, the kid's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the update will be.
They'll probably check his phones and stuff and see what he's looking up. And
Yeah.
could be-
The only update would be I want to know if he's a neo-Nazi or Nazi,
Nice.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
All right, there we go.
There it is.
So be careful out there. If you're a firefighter, thank you for what you do. And hopefully this doesn't deter people who are firefighters from going to fires because they're worried about getting shot, because that's the last thing we fucking need in this country right now, especially here in California.
yeah.
No way. Firefighters, those guys they're strong-willed, strong-boned.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are. All right. Death. It comes for us all.
It does.
This story, we've covered stories like this, but my God, donation drop boxes.
Oh.
They're just little IUDs on the side of the road. You'll fucking get killed by these things.
What?
Yeah, IEDs. I guess that's what they're called, not IUDs.
Yeah.
IEDs.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
it's birth control on the side of the road.
It's also kind of that.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Florida woman, she was trying to steal some stuff out of a clothing bin, right?
Is it stealing?
Well, is it? I was gonna say
It's been donated. It's free.
Yeah, technically, it's take what you want.
Yes, it is. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Sure. But she wasn't going through the proper, it didn't go to Goodwill first, and then she didn't have to go pay for it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you just dive in?
Yeah, Salvation Army. Well, you think you could just dive in, but you can't.
Why not?
Because they don't want
Rules.
you to steal all of your old clothes, and then next thing you know, everyone's fucking wearing them, looking at you, and then you're like, that's my shirt, and then you got to take
That's
it back.
literally the point of donating clothes.
Yeah, but I think if you actually saw somebody wearing your shirt after you donated it, you'd be like, give it back.
No,
I would.
no.
I'd be like, oh, that actually looks
I'd
good.
be
Give me
like,
my
damn,
fucking...
that's actually a pretty solid shirt.
Give it
Remember
back to
why
me.
I bought that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember why I bought
That's
that. Fucking give that back to
Give
me.
you $20 for it.
Yeah, you just buy it back. I'm really stupid. Oh, okay. It's cool. A woman suffocated after falling halfway into a charity donation bin. She got stuck as she tried to take out clothing. Such a sad death.
No good for climbing.
It isn't. Wayne.
That really is Winnie the Pooh shit.
It is Winnie the Pooh
Legs
shit.
sticking out, trying to get the honey.
How did she die? It slammed on her?
She suffocated, apparently.
Well, she's probably on drugs. This has happened a lot. And there was a homeless guy. There's a donation bin right next to my apartment. And there's a homeless guy. He was doing the same thing. His legs were kicking out. And my neighbor was just laughing at him, not helping him. And I was just a little bit further away. I didn't help either.
Right. Well, that's really heroic of you, Kyle.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. More heroic stories from Kyle Ploof.
Yeah, I specifically have a story about this. When I was 6 years old, me and my brother jumped into one of these things, and like nobody knew where we were, and they were all yelling for us, and we were just laughing inside, like, and the cops were out there and everything, and we got in so much trouble after we finally came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. I like that.
We were just laughing at first responders trying to find us.
Well, that is kind of funny. 'Cause they were all stressed out and shit, and you guys weren't.
No, we were fucking chilling.
Yeah, having fun with all those old clothes that have a bunch of vomit on them.
Oh, we were covered in rashes after.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was great.
She was discovered sticking out of the pink bin at 6:45 in the morning. An employee at a nearby children's learning center saw the woman as she arrived to work. She called 911, but the gal in the pink bin was already dead.
Aw, that's sad.
Yes, it was sad. She was homeless.
That's a weird way to go.
It really frickin' is. She was homeless, and she appeared to have been trying to get clothes and a pair of shoes. And then she fell in and asphyxiated.
Yeah.
I guess there's not a lot of air in there. But you would think there'd be some.
You think there'd be some? And
Like-
also, If her legs are still sticking out, isn't there air going into it?
I guess it's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was all stressed out. According to Plantation Police, yes, that's Plantation, Florida. They say at this time, it looks like this incident is an accident. But our detective bureau is conducting a full investigation, which I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to get their top guys on it.
Let's take our time on this one.
Yes. Apparently, police are still trying to identify the woman and notify some next of kin. But of course, if she's homeless, it might be difficult to find any family members or relatives whatsoever.
Yeah.
Obviously, she probably had some, as most homeless people do, mental health issues.
Yeah.
And this is very sad.
Because what if I wonder if she could have just like fully jumped in and then like turned herself around and then tried to like open that thing from the inside? Does that open?
And you know what I'm thinking? Oh, brain's thinking. I think it was the gate probably closed in on her rib cage.
Yeah.
And then she was like in there. Yeah, because you can't. It's an innie, not an outie.
Right.
And there probably wasn't enough clothes to like push off of. Like
Right.
probably like reaching down.
Yeah, they're all
Oh
soft.
God, that's terrible. You see, you have to donate more clothes, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
box
problem.
was fuller.
That's the
She would
problem.
have just been able to get some shit right out.
Yeah, maybe not make them so high tech. If it's gonna be free, just make it lidless.
I know.
Yeah, it's possible.
Free, please take.
Apparently, this happens all the time. A handful of people die each year across the U.S. and Canada after getting stung in charity bins. More than
A handful.
a handful. That's a handful.
That's enough to do something about that. This feels like a quick fix.
Don't jump in the fucking bins.
Well, come on. Like, why are they so like? Why are they bulletproof?
Oh, that is very true. You would think there was some money in there.
Yeah.
But more than 20 people between 2007 and 2019, so quite a bit of time, have died. So 20 people in 12 years, that's a handful.
Yeah.
That's a handful.
I think the guy who played Superman on Hollywood Boulevard ended up like this.
Did he really?
Yeah, very sad.
Well, that's not very, it's not really in character.
No.
Imagine if Superman's kryptonite was just donation bins. I'm just so sick of this fucking S. I hate this costume. It's difficult to shop when you're Superman. Yeah. It's difficult. So the bins are designed to open a hatch using a handle at the front, and then they have a self-closing mechanism for security. So people who usually get stuck in them either try to take out clothes or obviously retrieve property. Homeless people have occasionally deliberately gone inside for shelter only to find they couldn't get out.
Wow.
Yes, in 2017, a woman died in an incident in Pennsylvania when she wasn't even trying to take the clothes inside. This is crazy.
She was just dumping clothes in?
She was Yep. Judith Permer, she's 52. She was standing on a stool to reach the hatch as she donated clothes at 2:00 in the morning. So that's like,
in the morning.
well, you're getting stoned, you're drinking,
2:00 in the
and you're drunk, you're stoned, and you're looking through your closet, be like, I'm doing it today.
Yeah.
And then you grab all the shit you want, because you're not throwing it away when you're sober.
Very true. Very true. I do a lot of cleaning sometimes when I'm home, really high and stoned.
Exactly. Then you wake up and you're like, look what I did for me.
Yeah. Feels like a little cleaning elf.
It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
And the whole time it was you. So she was trapped with her arms inside when the stool fell over. She broke her arm and wrist and was stuck there for 6 hours. Her feet were dangling above the ground. Eventually, she died of hypothermia.
Oh my God.
So she was all cold and shit.
Oh, that's so sad. That's fucking crazy.
Just trying to donate clothes, and next thing you know, you got nothing but trouble, and you're hanging out there with your feet, and you're suffocating, and your clothes.
Yeah, like why is that a dangerous activity?
Yeah, maybe they should make it slightly less dangerous now
Yeah,
I think about it. I'm officially on that.
It's ridiculous.
That's such a lame story, too, if there's an afterlife. Like, how'd you die? Like, I was just trying to get rid of my shit cake fucking tennis shoes at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I've seen worse. Like, she didn't slip on her own spit. Like, I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to donate, trying to give. I think you might get into the pearly gay, be like, I was trying to give someone my shoes and I died in the process of giving.
Ooh, that's nice.
Kind of nice.
Yeah.
Apparently, those people who get stuck upside down can also die from a stroke. because blood collects in their head,
Oh, snap.
and
Yeah.
then they have a stroke or they have a heart attack.
That's crazy. Dying from being upside down.
Yep. A homeless gal in Cayley Land died in 2018, falling head first. And there you go. That happened.
Wow.
Her mother, Darcy Kingsley, sued the container manufacturer, RPI, and operator Recycle for Change, claiming they should have known the dangers. So Darcy was like, yeah, my daughter was homeless, but she doesn't deserve to die like this. What the fuck's wrong with your bins?
Yeah, no, seriously. They're making it it's like the baler in the warehouse where everyone's like, don't touch the baler unless you're certified to touch the baler.
I mean,
like
seriously.
This feels like it should have that kind of a sign up.
I grew up in farm country. I'm a man. I grew up in farm country.
Yeah.
Every year there's a kid who comes with less digits.
Yeah.
You know, less fingers, less toes,
yes.
missing a fucking arm. Shit's dangerous. So the lawsuit that Darcy filed because her daughter died, it states the clothing donation box was dangerous and that people who attempted to get clothes out of the box could be stuck in the box and potentially asphyxiate, much like that song "Man in the Box." Alice in Chains.
You think that's what that was about?
Yeah, it was about donation bins. Who's the man in the box? Give him some clothes.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Also, Recycle for Change, they say they're aware of the danger, and the lawsuit says they should be aware of the danger, and they should have known that dozens of incidents happen. Also, a 42-year-old woman died on the same way. Anyway, a bunch of people died. Ray Tahiri, they're a professor of engineering. They call the bins a death trap.
Well, yeah, it is. I just don't understand why it's so complicated and so heavily protected.
It's made by Jigsaw.
It's literally clothes that people are giving away.
I will say Saw 11, if this is like part of the challenges, it's going to be a little boring.
Yeah.
Like, get the Puma.
They can't. No, they could. Saw 10 was solid.
I liked Saw 10.
It was really good.
It was the origin story of Jigsaw, and I'm like,
Right.
kill these motherfuckers, bro. I get you.
He was actually, the protagonist.
Yeah, it was cool. And then he killed all the people that sucked.
Yeah.
That's what I love to see. I watched a fan film of Friday the 13th yesterday. It was 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Apparently there's all these fan films. And Jason was pretty cool. The acting was absolutely horrible. But it was kind of fun to see, a fan's take of Jason
Oh, that's cool.
with
Yeah.
no budget whatsoever.
Acting's usually, that's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
Acting being campy and bad.
Well, that's why you want them dead.
Yeah.
But I don't want the people looking for clothes dead.
Right.
So, yep. Anyway, be very careful if you're out there.
Yeah.
Dumpster diving.
Do like a buddy system.
Yeah. Yeah. I have
Someone's outside to hold the handle or something.
Yeah, it might be kind of part of the issue is that they don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, you see homeless people oftentimes in encampments and they hang out. They have a whole hierarchy.
They have a hierarchy.
They have a power structure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them like each other though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like by nature they're kind of a loner
Yeah.
bunch. They tried to give a lot of housing to some homeless folks in New York City a couple of years back, but then most of them were just like, I don't like it in this apartment. This sucks.
Oh.
And then they just kind of went back.
Yeah.
Kind of mental. This is the part of the mental illness. Anyway, speaking of mental illness, reality television.
Ah, yes.
It drives every viewer crazy, I think, as well.
Oh my god, I have been hooked. I just
What you
finished watching Queer Ultimatum season 2.
What's that?
And that is fantastic. It's a bunch of lesbians who came here giving one person wants to get married and the other person in the couple doesn't.
Yeah.
And then so they just like mix each other. They get all mixed up and then they start dating other girls.
Oh my
And then you
God.
have to live with one girl that's your trial wife for 3 weeks, and then after that, then you go back to your original partner. You live with them for 3 weeks.
You
then
immediately jump into like they're immediately your wife.
Yeah, it's called a trial wife. It's a trial marriage. You will be married for 3 weeks.
Oh my
So
God.
you can learn something.
What did they learn mostly?
That they can finger fuck everyone in the room if they wanted to.
That's par for the course in the community anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, did anyone stay together?
I don't know yet. The season's not over.
Spoilers.
New episodes coming up on like Wednesday.
Oh my God. What's it called?
It's called Queer Ultimatum. Season 2.
Queer Ultimatum season 2.
Oh,
And there's a couple named Kyle and Bridget, and that's me and my sister and my mom's
There's a
name.
lesbian
Oh!
couple. There's a lesbian couple named Kyle and Bridget.
Yeesh. Hey, mom. Hey, sister.
Oh my God. You're going to want to cross those streams, Kyle.
Yeah.
That'll be good for your therapist.
Yes.
Well, being on a reality television show can also make you go crazy.
Yeah.
In Australian reality TV, they call her a bombshell. Ooh. She was arrested in what is called a catatonic state for allegedly chopping off her boyfriend's head.
Whoa! Damn, she was pissed.
Yes.
I was going to say pee-pee.
She is a quite attractive gal. Tamika Sue-Ann Rose Chesser, 34 years old. She was a former contestant on a show called Beauty and the Geek Australia.
Damn. Oh my God. They have to go out with a bunch of twinks.
Yes.
And wimps.
Well, geeks are smart and fun. I haven't really heard the word geek that much lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they can be, I guess kind of twinky. So she was charged and hit with murder charges 2 days after police found the charred and mutilated remains of her 39-year-old boyfriend. His name, Julian Story. Yes. Okay. He was found on the bathroom floor of an apartment in Port Lincoln, which is obviously in Australia.
Missing his head?
Missing his head.
Oh my God.
Police made the discovery because there was some reports of a small fire at the dwelling. So people are like, okay, let's go check this out. There's a fire apparently in the bathroom. This is a picture of Tamika here.
Dude,
and
so pretty.
Yeah, I have PTSD from people who look like that.
Yeah.
So the detective said, I can tragically say that we have not recovered the head of Julian's Story.
Wow.
They say, I can only imagine, and I want you to imagine the grief this news is causing Julian's family. Recovering Julian's head to return to his family so they can have a peaceful outcome, have a funeral, and lay him to rest is a really important aspect for us. But do I want my son's head returned? Like, how do you return it? In a box, on a spike? Like, how do you deliver me my son's head? Do I really want to see it?
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Detached.
Yes.
I don't think you'll ever see something more surreal than that.
Oh my God. So,
and then, like, what? You just, like, place it on top of the neck, just so?
So you can bury... yeah, you know what? I'm like, you can still bury... It's not even
going to stay up. It's going to, like, roll over to the side.
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. Do you need a body to, like, officially mourn the loss of your loved one? Is, like, the body that important?
I guess people
he's
want
dead.
The body, yeah. People want the body because they're like, oh, this is the...
Definitive.
This was the vessel that I was holding on to this whole time.
But isn't it just the vessel, though?
It is.
Do you keep an empty can of Coca-Cola?
Sometimes.
No, for $5 off at Six Flags.
If it has like my roommate's name on it or something cute.
Yeah, or maybe poke holes in it and make a little weed bong out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what we used to have to do, kids. You lucky fucks. Weed used to be precious.
I know.
Now it's so ubiquitous. I throw joints away after I smoke half of it.
I know. Don't do that. Give them to me.
No, I also do that. So, police released surveillance video and images of Chesser. She was dressed head to toe in black and walking through the southern Australian city with 3 dogs.
Wow, she definitely is, like, she went, like, psycho.
Yes, what if she fed his body to the dogs? Also, one of the dogs is a Chihuahua. That's
cute. Really cute dog.
Yeah. So the footage, her face is obscured. It was captured hours after the savage killing. They believe the killing took place around midnight on June 17th.
Wow.
According to Fielke, he works for the state, they say, I'm appealing to local residents to review their local CCTV or dash cam footage to see what they have, which may assist in the investigation. So, I don't know, are you going to rush to see it or not? I don't know if I would, but...
I don't know that I would.
It's crazy. So she did lose her fucking mind, and it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she snapped. I mean, what kind of knife did she use? Why do I feel like she used a really small one?
Oh my God, that's horrifying. Just cutting each vein slowly. The model and actress. Don't fucking forget she's an actress.
Right.
I'm a model and I'm an actress, okay? And a reality star.
And a murderer.
And a murderer.
Women can do it all.
She was jailed after police found her in the backyard of the crime scene. They say again, she was catatonic and unresponsive. So she's
really?
Look at the tits on her. God,
I'm dead.
Shoot.
Oh my god.
I mean, a hell of a way to know. I'm thinking of a lucky guy.
Jesus.
Lucky guy. Maybe she put his severed head between him and had him wishy-washy in there for a second.
Died doing what he loved. Hopefully.
I'm getting Jodi Arias vibes from this one.
Yeah, but then again, is it worth? No, it's not.
Getting
worth
your head cut off to see
No.
some tits.
All right,
think
it's
so.
not worth it. I'm sorry.
Not worth it.
I have okay.
Weird
yes.
that you started contemplating that.
No, I know, but I know. Okay, you know what?
Said, but are you not seeing this?
The former star was also charged of disposing of human remains, and then she also beat up a police officer. So I guess she wasn't that
Damn,
catatonic.
dude, that's pretty badass. Like, she beat up a police officer?
I don't know.
She does look pretty batshit crazy in that.
He was probably
still.
letting her. He's like, oh no, don't get on top of me. Stop punching me. Let me see them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But he would say like, oh no.
I know.
Oh no.
I know. I love our Australian listeners. I love Australia. We got to go.
I would
Yeah.
love to go.
According to Chesser's sister, she says, this is not her. Her life has been full of trauma and abuse, and it's fried her brain.
Everybody.
But that's not an
Yeah,
excuse
yeah.
to cut the head off of your geeky boyfriend who doesn't really look like that much of a geek.
Oh, rest in peace, little, what is it, Julian Story?
Yeah.
Julian
That's
Story, which is a
lovely
good name.
Yeah,
I know.
Love that.
All right. Well, just lastly, speaking of weird ways to die, a boxer. This is so bizarre. It was in Thailand, and it was an event for boxing. And the fighter, they say he was on cannabis.
So high.
They say he was on. In Thailand, you can get your ass fucking killed if you're found smoking weed.
Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, it's super strict. I learned that from Locked Up Abroad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this chick was like, I met him. He was super charming. He said, just carry a couple pounds over the border. Wouldn't be a big deal. And it was. It was. So, former one champion, his name is Ivan Perishkov. He suffered a freak accident. He was celebrating a victory. And as he was celebrating the victory, he fucking got electrocuted when he touched one of the lights.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was a Russian fighter. He was 16-5, pretty good. He climbed up on the ropes and looked like he was going to jump into the pool that oddly surrounded the ring. So that's stupid.
Well, yeah, that doesn't make full sense.
Yeah, because that's dumb.
All of the electricity.
Yeah, like that is really Russian.
What?
Well, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So apparently he accidentally grabbed a light and then he got an electric shock. His body stiffened and he crashed down before hitting the canvas. He was able to spring back quickly and continue to celebrate. And then he even dove in the water. So he might deserve to die. Because
So he pretty much made a concoction list, suggestions, ideas,
Yeah.
anything.
It's-
Choose one.
just choose one. A million ways to die. Choose one. So they posted on social media that he'd been electrocuted, and he was able to get medical attention. And then he says this is kind of funny, so he's laughing about it. But just be careful. I guess that's the moment. That's the point of this moment is be careful if you're going to box in a ring surrounded by water that also has a bunch of electricity. Because you know how we always fucking do that on Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Good old Fridays.
Yep. He won in the ring, but came out the ring a loser. Someone said. Which I don't really think he did, actually.
Not at all.
I don't know.
He's alive.
I think the electrician came out as a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the WBC, they say his judgment may have been clouded because it's the only promotion. This is so fucking hilarious. The WBC is the only promotion that requires fighters to smoke a bong or a joint before the bout.
What? I thought. Wait. What about it being super illegal?
I don't know. Maybe that's shit. Can you search Thailand weed laws?
What the hell?
They
is
just, I
happening over
believe,
there?
reverse course. It was decriminalized. Now it's going back to criminalized.
Well, if they act, I actually no. I'm not going to say it should go back. But if this is like how they reacted when it's legal,
Yeah.
maybe the
yeah.
government was like onto something. Maybe they're like not for our people.
Maybe we don't exactly know how to play with this.
They're really stupid because they get stoned in a boxing ring surrounded by water and lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, June 9th,
Could have
2022.
been out of it because he was fucking stoned out of his dick.
But I
dude.
do I love that their promotion requires it.
Yeah, it requires it, and also like this story took a lot of turns.
It did. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you're disqualified. You failed the drug test. What? I didn't even smoke. That's the problem.
That's
Yeah, we're actually looking for THC.
Yeah.
What's the rules?
June 9th, 2022, they made it completely decriminalized, and now they are reversing course and tightening restrictions on the recreational sale.
I entirely blame this man.
Wow.
100
Thailand can't have anything nice.
No, you fucking can't because a boxer ruined it.
Wow.
All right, let's go to the chat.
Okay, let's see. Thailand actually legalized a few years ago back, but they're about to make it illegal again. Yes.
Okay,
Coming
fantastic.
back. Vanessa said a lot of Haitians believe the body must stay intact after death for the soul to transition to the afterlife.
Oh, shoot.
yeah.
Okay.
The chat is wondering if Ben is especially horny today. He might be. We don't know.
I have been getting my libido back. It's been pretty dull for about 6 years. 6 years? I must be horny. 6 years. No. But I am starting to feel a little bit in my underbelows. I'm losing a little weight.
Ooh.
I can see my balls when I sit down now for all those wondering.
Okay,
Yeah.
not so,
And thank you, Jerii.
They're getting the glow back.
A little bit. Looking for love. There's one gal on Instagram. I'm just waiting for her.
Yeah.
Is it the one that is probably a spam account?
No, not that one. That was spam. But no, she's a singer.
Oh.
She's
Oh.
She's real. I met her once.
Yeah, and then Chris G is saying this is the last week someone has all their fingers and they don't know it yet.
Of our show?
July 4th. No, anybody in the world. There's,
Oh,
there's
anyone.
someone out
Thank
there
God.
that's not going to have all their fingers next
Oh
week.
my God, the fireworks crap. Oh my God. I'm not going to set any off. I'm not going to beat
Yeah, I'm
anything.
not. I'm good.
Right.
I like my fingers.
I love my fingers. They, and especially for women. Speaking of women, women see fingers as penises.
Ooh,
What?
Yeah, I've seen women have grabbed my hand and just been like, "Oh my God,
that's a dick.
boom!
That's exactly what they say.
That's
Oh
a fistful
my.
of dicks.
That's a dick right there.
That's 5 dicks. That's 5 dicks." You know, how women are always talking like sailors and truckers and
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, they
That's
talk real
exactly-
cute like that.
That's what they do.
Real cute. All right, everyone. Again, thank you so much for all the gifts. Thank you for supporting the show. Rate and review. We're growing and growing and showing, and we will be back with you tomorrow. Hail yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.